Yo, you know who it is. It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And the topic of today is going to be the upcoming fight between my man Nonito Donaire. Used to be one of my favorite fighters. Still one of my favorite people, but I feel you on the other side of his career right now. There's nothing wrong with it though. Versus Carl the Jackal. The fucking... Don't get me started on him. The real Jackal is the man that motherfucker should have fought. You know what I'm saying? We will never ever forget what they did ducking Rigondeaux. I never will. I understand how Rigo looked and how he acted in his last fight. That's neither here nor there in my opinion when it comes to this shit. They fucked Rigo over. They basically stalled him out of the big money fights that he deserved. And they got belts around him through some political fuckery, and because of that, I don't think I could ever be a fan of Carl Frampton or Leo Santa Cruz or Scott Quigg. I just want to keep reminding people of that. It's nothing against Carl Frampton, he's a great fighter and all that, but after seeing that shit with Rigondeaux and they just cold ducked him like that and nobody really gave a fuck, it was just like, it's all good. Like, they just kept it pushing, not fucking with him at all, even though he was the champion and the legitimate number one guy at the weight class. It really disgusted me, and it's not something that I'm going to forget. So I'm going to keep that in mind as I look at all of Carl Frampton's future endeavors. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyway, that's the shit. That's what happens when you duck motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? No respect. But anyway, in this fight with him and Donaire, man, I actually think this is going to be a good fight. Frampton is a good technical fighter. He's got a good jab. He's got some good... he makes good adjustments. He's not the best adjustments, but he makes good adjustments. You know what I'm saying? He does what it takes to put himself in a position to get a W, because I ain't going to lie, I definitely... I didn't expect him to beat Leo Santa Cruz. I didn't watch the fight, but... You know what I mean? He won that the first one, and the second one, you know, I mean, it's whatever. Don't get me started on that. But when he did, I was slightly impressed to hear that he won that fight. However, when it comes to this fight with Donaire, man, Donaire got a hell of a chance to win this fight. More than just a puncher's chance that it would appear he has. Now, true indeed, Donaire is shop worn like a motherfucker. He is. It's coming really close to the end of his career. I say he got maybe 2 or 3 more fights left in him, and then it'll be time to call it a day. But as of right now, I do believe that his power is still intact. I do believe that his skills are still there. The only thing I feel like Donaire needs maybe a shock or a revival towards, you know what I'm saying, would be his spirit, man. I feel like Donaire he done lost a couple times, and he realized it ain't that bad, so it ain't, you know what I mean? It's not really nothing to him to lose no more, you know? That's how did they so eloquently put it in Rocky? He's lost the eye of the tiger. Well, I won't say he's lost it. He might still have it, but just listening to his interviews nowadays and just hearing him talk, I mean, he never was a big arrogant guy and not a big cocky guy, but before, he had a certain level of confidence, you know, before the Rigondeaux fight. After Rigo, he ain't really been the same, man. He ain't been the same. So, man, could Carl Frampton outbox him and work his way to a points decision? Yeah, I see that being possible. I don't see Carl Frampton wiping him out, though. I see if it's a situation like that where it's where it's a boxing match and not a slugfest or anything where a bunch of power shots is being thrown and landed on either side, then I think what's his name, Frampton could take care of this situation and win about 7 rounds out of 12. I don't know if Frampton can win 8, 9, 10 rounds out of 12, you know. I don't really see that. I see the 7, 8 rounds, and I see him outclassing Donaire by a couple of rounds. You know, because like I said, Donaire, these guys they're not even. Donaire got skill, but Donaire is more, in my opinion, he has a lot more power than he gets credit for. Well, shit, he used to get credit for it, but nowadays, when you're fighting high level guys, people don't fall the same way they used to. Plus, like I said, his confidence kind of took a slight hit, you know, which I can totally understand. You know, when you get outclassed, like how he got outclassed by Rigo, that shit can be tough on you mentally. But I actually believe that Donaire is a live dog in this fight, man. I got my official prediction is going to be Donaire by knockout. I know that probably surprised people. I know the Frampton definitely looked like he got more left in the tank, and Donaire seemed like he just cashing out. But something just tells me, man, something just tells me. I just got that feeling for this fight, man. I feel like Donaire could pull this one out of his ass, man. I think he could do it. I think he can do it. And I feel like I seen Frampton get stung, you know what I'm saying, before all of the fuckery, you know, down at I think it was 122 or 126, one of those weights. Pretty sure it was 122 if I'm not mistaken. And he got dropped on PBC by somebody he shouldn't have never got dropped by. And when those things happen to you at lighter weight classes, it leads me to believe that a puncher like Donaire got a chance, a real chance, to put you in your ass, you know, because like I said, Donaire has technical ability too. Don't get it twisted. It's not like he suck. It's just I believe Frampton got a few more tools when it comes to that side of the fence, you know. So if it was to come down to just a technical fight, a technical boxing match per se, you know what I'm saying, then you got to give it up to Frampton. He's probably gonna edge it out. But if certain intangibles come into play, like power, because one good shot, man, could throw you off your entire game, you know, and it could come at any moment. Frampton could be waxing that ass for about 6 rounds straight and then catch a heavy motherfucking bomb and get in survival mode for the rest of the fight, fuck around and lose. Or he could catch a heavy ass bomb and get like Amir Khan and it rev him up and he go even harder and then get knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But personally, from what I've seen from both guys, I believe Frampton should win this fight, but he won't. I got Nonito Donaire by knockout. And for those that fuck with me, don't forget to go check out my all new album, It's My Turn, Throne Ascension LP. It's a motherfucking classic. It's available everywhere music is found: iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play. Anywhere you can find music is there, you know what I'm saying? I made a bunch of hits, man, a bunch of G shit for y'all, for all the real motherfuckers, you know? So if you appreciate high level G shit, if you appreciate actual intellectualism in your rhymes, if you appreciate anything of the sort, just real nigga shit, if you appreciate it, then go check me out, you know what I'm saying? I would appreciate you. So shit, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description box, man. Like I said, Frampton should win this fight, but he won't. I got Donaire by knockout. Alright, y'all, I'm out this bitch. 100.